Right. So now let's just talk about another topic, which is the challenges, or let's say a work-life balance. As student, we have many challenges on a daily basis. One of them that comes to the top of my mind is a decision that we try to take between study or party. All right. I mean, we all know the obvious answer to that,
Yes.
and we know where the balance actually shifts towards. But then, as an entrepreneur, we have bigger challenges to deal with. And now, how do you? And then from a work-life balance. Nowadays, we hear a lot of people talking about a sound work-life balance or a work-life harmony. And then talk about their family life, hobbies that they want to pursue. But we also hear about the other side of the story where entrepreneurs are like a workhorse, and work is their hobby.
Yeah.
And their workplace or team is their extended family. So what do you? How do you manage your work-life balance, and what is that magic pill that you have to keep yourself motivated and recharged?
Yeah.
And probably just one follow-up question along with that would be to also talk about your sacrifices that you've done to get to the stage or success that you're in right now.
Yeah, good question. And I think that my answer is probably shifting as I get older, because I probably would have said, like, I'm sure there's a lot of quotes, and I think in a way I still stand by it, that if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you cannot just think about it as a job. You need to be all in because it's so difficult. There's so many challenges you need to overcome. So you need to be prepared for a period, kind of not really, and what I said before, you have that great, and that yeah. So you have the passion. Yeah, so you need to have that passion, which is the hobby, which is the positive. That's what inspires you. What you wake up in the morning and you want to continue to do what you do, but then you're going to have all these challenges along the way, and that's where the perseverance comes in. You need to kind of push through those because you know that the goal is bigger, and because you have those two things, you're probably going to be so absorbed in it so that you're not going to count your hours. But I think that is all good. I think the problem is that if people around you, if you have a family, if you haven't agreed with your spouse or your family and whoever you're living with, that this is what I'm going to do, this is my commitment, that's when I've seen that many entrepreneurs get stress because they cannot fulfill expectations. But having that kind of, so it's like a sprint in a way, but we all know that you cannot sprint forever, and it's about building companies or organizations that can last for a very long time. So by definition, you cannot kind of keep up that kind of pace. So it comes down to building a team. The most important thing that you have to do as an entrepreneur is to build an amazing team that helps you to achieve your vision. If you're trying to do, a lot of entrepreneurs trying to do everything themselves, and that's when it's not scalable. So spending time building a team around you, and again, having co-founders is going to help you tremendously. But it's like, and the other thing, so like lately we've been spending a lot of time thinking about whether it's like work-life balance, because it's really challenging if you're that's also, by the way, why it's really good to become an entrepreneur just after university, because before you have mortgage and a family, it's like this is a good time. But we, as an investor, we're trying to encourage more people to be founders, and it is a challenge from a gender perspective, if it's all about this, because it's typically harder for women than to kind of be able to be that all kind of all in. So this is something that's actually really, really important, because we need to kind of there's a big problem in tech startups and in companies that get funding, that most of them are men, and we need to widen that. So that's why these kind of issues are really important to discuss and find kind of solutions for, and also accept that there need to be some kind of balance.